Hey everyone, welcome back. My name is Saul Lopez and I am a freelance videographer and photographer based here in Los Angeles. I release new videos every Tuesday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, aiming to provide educational content for freelancers. Today, I'm going to be sharing 5 tips to help you improve your concert videography. So whether you're just starting out or you've been shooting concerts for a while, hopefully you can take something away from this. Today, I'll be speaking about a concert I shot last September in Paris. It was Kota The Friend, and he actually just released his newest album this past Friday, so I thought it'd be cool to speak about this concert experience that I had. Hope you enjoy it. Roll the intro. In the video that I posted 2 weeks ago about how to shoot New York Fashion Week, I really stressed the importance of relationship building and reaching out. And it's more of the same here. The way that I was able to shoot Kota in Paris was because I was in Paris for Fashion Week, and I had actually met his DJ Eric a year prior in New York City while shooting a Sheck West event. I sent him a DM on Instagram and asked if I could come through and make a recap video. So I just kind of did it because I wanted to build my concert portfolio even further. So here's that video for you to check out.
Yeah, I changed up. I'm a new me. Ain't no kind of money finna woo me. Smack you if I see you wearing Gucci.
He has pure talent. He's an actual pure talent rapper. He brings a lot of positivity in the world. I can feel it. It's sincere and pure. Like everything.
They make me feel like everything is possible, so thanks a lot. Merci beaucoup.
Everybody think I'm Hollywood. I could see it. How everybody think I'm Hollywood.
Diving right into tip number 1, show up early. I can't say how important it is to show up early. I've shot concerts that are in big arenas where I've had to show up around 3 hours early. I've also been in smaller venues where I showed up about an hour early. For this specific concert, I showed up about an hour and a half early just because I wanted to understand how the venue was laid out, where things were gonna happen, and I wanted to get a few establishing shots. Establishing shots are very important for video recaps just because you might wanna get the venue empty just to set the scene and for people to really feel the energy and what it was like to be there. And along with showing up early, we dive into tip number 2, and that's introduce yourself to security guards and ushers.
How's it going, man? I'm Saul, nice to meet you.
This comes with showing up early as well, but these are the people that are gonna help you out if you need to get from point A to point B. Once the crowd starts coming in, it gets packed and it's really, really difficult for you to maneuver around the venue. You know, there's people who are drunk, people are spilling drinks, people are just enjoying themselves, having a good time, and you're really not the most important person there. You know, people are there to see the artist, they're not there for you to get in their way, but you also have to do your job and get the shot that you need in order to make the recap video what it needs to be. Introducing yourself to ushers and security guards can go a long way. I've had people who have escorted me through private hallways just because I had said hello before anyone was even there and just gave them a pleasant smile. These are people too, and they'll help you in the long run, so please, please, please introduce yourself. This concert was obviously in Paris. I don't speak French, and these security guards didn't really speak English, but you know, somehow through hand gestures, just a friendly smile, just pointing, I need to get here, whatever it may be, you know, they were able to help me out. So it really helped me in the long run because this venue, as you can see in this video, it's very narrow. I think there was about 500 people there, give or take, and it just wasn't a big space and very difficult to get from one side to the other. So I remember one of the security guards was just very gracious in his time and helped, you know, clear a path for me to get from one side of the stage to the other. Tip number 3, and this one is very, very important, and that is to make sure you speak with the artist or their manager. If you don't have a pre-existing relationship with the artist, it's really important to speak with their manager or the stage manager if possible. This is because you'll have a better understanding of when certain things will happen during the concert, whether there's pyro or anything specific that you might get in the way of. You don't want to be that person that ruins the show, trust me. So the stage manager can really help you because they understand the venue and they really understand whether you can go on stage during certain parts of the show and when you can't. So it's really important just to establish that connection as well. And this also happens before the concert even starts. That's why it's important to show up early. There's always a million things that are going on, so it's really important for you to just communicate and speak to whoever you need to speak with. In this case, I spoke with the stage manager, who was also French. That was a little bit difficult, but I also connected with Kota's DJ, Eric, because I knew him prior to, and he had been on tour with Kota during his European leg. So he kind of just explained to me that I had free roam of the stage just to make sure I wasn't directly in the way of Kota, because he likes to move around a lot. He has a lot of energy. So for me, I understood that I just needed to, stick to the boundaries of the stage, but I was pretty much given access to go wherever I needed to. And it was really important for me to speak with him as well, because Kota had his own personal photographer with him, and I definitely didn't want to get in the way because I was just there to create this recap video for myself, but his photographer had an actual job to do that he was getting paid for. So I did not want to get in his way at all. So by me understanding the layout of the show and the space of everything happening, I was able to just avoid that, let him do his job, and just get my shots where I needed to. So moving on to tip number 4, this might be one of the more underrated ones, but it's super, super important. Wear all black. Wear just black. Everything, hat black, shirt black, pants black, shoes black, everything black. Just because you want to do your best to not stand out, especially if you're going on stage. The concert is not about you. Fans are there to see their favorite artist, hear music, and have a good time. And just imagine if you see a guy like me. I'm 6'2", and if I was wearing bright neon or yellow, pink, whatever it may be, and I was on stage with Kota, it would just be super, super distracting. So if you're a concert videographer or photographer or just event content creator in general, it's really important just to wear dark colors because you don't want to stand out. You want to do your best to blend in, be ninja mode, be stealth mode, and just not ruin people's experience. You want to be able to get the shot, whether that's on stage or wherever it may be, and you don't want to ruin the experience of these people who paid to go with their own hard-earned money. All right, moving on to tip number 5. This is our final tip, and that is, as soon as the event is over, make sure you stay up and you edit this video overnight. We live in an era where real-time content is king, and it adds so much value to your work and your persona if you can edit and pump out a 60-second video for Instagram immediately afterwards. If you think about it, a lot of these artists might be on tour. If one night they may be in LA and then the next night they're in San Francisco. So if you take a week to edit this video, by that point there might have been 5 or 6 shows. Photos, videos may have already come out. So it's important for whatever city you're in to pump out that video so that that artist, management, PR company can just post that video immediately and draw attention to what happened that night. For example, this Kota event, it ended at around 11:30, and I stayed up until about 2 a.m. editing this video and sent it to my friend Eric, who is Kota's DJ, so that as soon as they woke up, they could have it, and if they chose to, post it on Instagram. It's really important to just stay up, edit as long as you need to. This might be one night where you just don't sleep, but make sure you pump out this content as quickly as possible for whoever hired you, because that'll just bring added value to the team that you're a part of. All right, everyone, so those were my 5 tips to help improve your concert videography. I really hope that you took something away from this and you can implement it into your workflow the next time that you shoot a concert. I really hope that's sooner rather than later. I did want to speak a little bit about the video that I made and some of the shots that I put into this video to make it what it was. The first clip in this video is of the Eiffel Tower. I actually got this shot about 2 nights prior because I was shooting a runway show, and as I was leaving the venue, I saw that the Eiffel Tower was just sparkling and I thought it looked really cool. So I pulled out my camera, shot it in 60 frames per second so I could shoot it in slow motion. No plan of using it, didn't know when it was going to come into use, but I just thought it would be really cool B-roll. I decided to use it as the first clip for this video because I thought it was a cool way of introducing the setting and the location. If you notice too, the first 3 clips in this video are in black and white. If you listen to Kota's music, it has a very jazzy, lo-fi type of feel, which is very just black and white looking sounding to me, if that makes sense. I did want to use that color scheme just to introduce the video to establish a cool, chill environment and vibe, if that makes sense. Like I mentioned earlier, it was important for me to show up early because I wanted to get some establishing shots. So after the Eiffel Tower shot, you'll notice there's a shot of the sign of the venue, and then there is a shot of the crowd lining up, and there's a girl that happened to wave at my camera, which is why I used that shot. I didn't ask her to do that. I was just kind of going down the line and she decided to wave. So I thought that was a really cute way of introducing the video and just show the audience that came to see Kota in Paris. I then transitioned into color shots because I wanted to capture the energy and the emotion of the actual show. So the black and white was cool for the intro, but I didn't want to keep that on too long for the rest of the recap video. Another point that I thought was really cool of this video was that I actually interviewed a couple of the kids that were in the crowd for the show So as soon as the show was over, I had noticed these kids who were just front row the entire concert. They were just having a really great time. They were really into it. They knew all the words. And I had seen other recap videos of concerts around the world where videographers interview some of the people in the audience. And I just thought it was a really cool way of showing people from across the world connecting with an artist from another part of the world, you know? So these kids grew up in Paris, are from Paris, but Kota's from America. He's from New York City, you know? So it's just really cool to show that music really has no boundaries. People around the world connect with a certain artist, so I just wanted to be able to show that. So as soon as the concert was over, I hopped into the crowd and I caught these kids right before they left, and I just went up to them and I, with a friendly tone and face, I just asked them, I was like, hey, I am making a recap video for this concert for Kota. Would you mind just saying a couple words about why you enjoy Kota's music and what he means to you?
Go for it.
I really like Kota because I'm a music producer and I make music since I'm 8 years old, and it makes me feel like everything is possible, so thanks for that.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
And I got a couple sound bites that really fit the energy of the video really well, and I decided to put that in the final edit, and I think it really came out great, you know? And again, I stayed up and edited this video in about an hour or two after the concert was over, and it was in their inbox by the time that they woke up the next morning. So, you know, I just wanted to be able to provide some value. Like I mentioned, I was just there to add to my concert portfolio, and because I really enjoyed Kota's music, so I thought it'd be really cool to just bring my camera along and make something really quick and fun for him to have, and have this memory of his concert in Paris. With that being said, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for tuning in. It really means a lot. If you learned anything, please like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me out. Hope you enjoyed it. Stay safe out there.
Where are we at right now?
What day is it?
Fucking
Paris, France.
Paris.
Paris, France on Sunday evening.
Paris.
Right? Sunday, September 28th.
It's Sunday, you know what that means, right? Take him to church, baby. Church.